I think we're back. Colleen, are we back? I think we're back.
Yeah.
I think we're back, period. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come. I see you. Yay. Colleen says we are back in business. All right, everybody. So I was reading Jody's question. When loading the scrap rack, is it best to have dividers on the front and back of each binder or dispersed throughout? How would you recommend I use the dividers? It depends. So the dividers add a couple of things. One, obviously, they divide things, so you can easily find your supplies with the tabs on the dividers. They also provide a level of protection to the edges and corners of the stuff that's in your scrap rack pages. But if you're taking your scrap rack off and on, the front and back divider also, your binder, sorry, off and on your scrap rack, the front and back divider also kind of serve the purpose of a cover, like a binder cover, right? So it's important for that. It really comes down to how you're using it and what's important to you in that way. So I would say that probably 80% of the binders on my scrap rack have a divider on the front and on the back. I like that sort of book. Like I can grab the front and back and flip that whole section pretty easily because that divider makes it simple. And they also help stabilize your pages. So, but it really comes down to how things are divided up and how you're labeling. And I have also cut the tabs off some of my dividers so that it does make more of a cover on the front and back. So it's really just a matter of personal preference. First and foremost, you want the dividers to work to help you find the sections quickly and easily. So I would say that would be my first choice. And then if you have extra dividers, add them to the front and back of each section. Kind of a toss-up, no hard and fast rule on that. But thanks for asking. Always great to ask questions because you're not the only one that has that question, I'm sure. Jody also asked, is there a buddy bag that will hold spools of ribbon that are too large for Edna? You know, ribbon is one of those things that come in such a huge variety of sizes and shapes. I do have the big rolls of double stick tape, of foam tape, and I've stored them in the Kirsten buddy bag, and that seems to work really well for those. So if you've got big rolls of ribbon, Kirsten might be a good, she might be a good option. Again, it just depends how much ribbon you have and how many big rolls of ribbon you've got as well. So again, I don't have a perfect answer for that. If you've got tons of big rolls of ribbon, I think it'd be more important to have a deeper container that would hold them all so you could see more of them. If you've just got a few rolls, then I would try the Kirsten buddy bag because like I said, I've got those big rolls of foam tape in a Kirsten. As a matter of fact, Susie, in the tote that's labeled Crafter's Companion, I think it's either the last one or the second to last. If you open that, inside there's a buddy bag with big foam tape in it. So if you hand that to me, I'll show you what I'm talking about in terms of size. So we'll see if that works for you, Jody. Okay. Debbie Watson says, are you still going to be on HSN tomorrow? Yep, I am today. I guess that is. I can't find you on the schedule. So our schedule is the 2 o'clock hour, the 5 o'clock hour, and the 11 p.m. hour. And of course, that is all Eastern time. So this is the Kirsten buddy bag. And this is the size of spool that I have in here. So some of them are really big and some of them are just kind of big. So the kind of big ones will go sideways. The really big ones have to go back to front to fit in here. And then of course I have kind of this basic size in here as well. So depending on how many you have, Kirsten may be a great option for you. But if you've got a lot, you probably need some kind of container where you're going to be able, you know, like I love the under the bed containers, the long, flat plastic containers for people who are ribbon junkies, but even those are only about 4 inches deep. So the giant rolls probably aren't going to fit in those either. So I don't know, something for me to think about. I'm going to throw it into the hopper and see. Okay. So sorry, 2, 5, and 11 are no. 5, 8, and 11 are our East Coast show times, which means 2, 5, and 8 are the hours that we're in. And I don't have the exact hours, but I bet the schedules are updated now. I don't know if Colleen has a way that she can post the schedule. I don't know how that works on HSN, but maybe we can get that schedule up today too. Gail Umbach says, why are there two different prices and item numbers on HSN for the wooden die file? One is $86 and one is $115. And I don't have any idea, except I do have an idea. I haven't looked at the HSN website, but sometimes when people return something, they'll mark it as is, so be die file as is, and then the price is less because it's a return, so it's still it's still like new, but it's been returned by a customer, and so then they'll sell it as is. So that could be it if you look at that. It might also be that there's a special price today on a special collection. Maybe it includes the pockets and the other one doesn't. So there could be some little difference there. I'll try to take a look at the website after the live today and see if I can come up with an understanding and maybe post that on our Facebook page or something. If there's something that I can figure out there that's making that could be that. Let's see. Patricia Myers. Hi, Patricia. I bought the Pocket Palooza last night. Woo! Pocket Palooza is amazing. I'm going to recommend that all of you pick up the Pocket Palooza. You can't go wrong. Vicky Borowski says, just ordered the hanging bar bundle, hoping it will attach to my origami drawer cart. I don't have any origami left, or I would try it, but I bet it will. Now, one of the things with origami is the edges are like L-shaped, right? They're not solid. So you may need to put a little spacer in there. If it doesn't get tight enough on that edge, you may need to add a little spacer. Ooh, I wish I still had an origami card. I'd give that a test. I don't have one though. Debbie Goodall says, how is shipping and where do your products come from? I heard overseas. All of our products, well, not all of them. Some of our products ship out of the US warehouse. Some of our products ship out of the UK warehouse. So if it's a bigger thing, it's going to come out of the US warehouse. And if it's a smaller item, it's going to come out of the UK warehouse. And it's pretty good. I mean, they get things here. They've really worked hard on improving the shipping and getting things here more quickly. So obviously, if you're on the East Coast, you're closer to the UK. So it's going to get to you even faster than if you're in California. But I think they've really made some improvements, and time is, it's getting faster and better, and tracking numbers are getting better and all that stuff as well. Colleen says, Kirsten's my favorite. We need those back in stock. But I will tell you, my Kirsten friends, that if you are, so Kirsten is the big die and stamp storage buddy bag also. And when we came out with Kirsten, we came out with the 9x6 pockets. These are back in stock today. The pockets, the bag is still not back, but the Kirsten pockets are back in stock. And if we don't have the Kirsten bag, you might be able to find it on the Stamps of Life website, Stephanie Bernard's website. So the 9x6 pockets are also, they're not part of Pocket Palooza. Darn it. No, I think we decided on Pocket Palooza before we had those. So, but I'll talk about Pocket Palooza right now. One of the bundles that's available on HSN is called Pocket Palooza. And when you look at the picture on HSN, it looks weird because it's just 7 piles of clear plastic pockets and 7 or 6 little sticker things down the side. So you can't tell what it is. Pocket Palooza is going to give you the 4x6, the 5x7, the 6x6, the 8x5, the 8x8, the 8.5x11 landscape orientation, and the 12x12. And so you're getting a set of 5 of each of these sizes, tabbed at the top, right? And they are amazing. Well, you probably, as I was going through the dimensions there, these are all the dimensions that we work with as crafters, right? So you're going to get a set of pockets for each one of these, and they work with all the other Totally Tiffany products that you have. So the 4x6 and 5x7, 4x6 is going to fit in the 4x6 fab file. The 5x7 is going to fit in the Karen Buddy bag, the 5x7 paper taker, the 5x7 fab file. 6x6 is going to fit in the 6x6 paper handler, 6x6 fab file. 6x6 paper taker. Did I say that? Fab file, paper taker, paper handler. 8x5, this is going to fit in the Katie Buddy bag. It's going to fit in the 2-drawer storage and supply case. 8x8 paper handler. No, there's so many things. Fab file. It's going to fit in the fab file. Also going to fit in the paper taker. 8.5x11. 8.5x11 fab file, perfect fit. And then of course a 12x12, which is going to fit in the 12x12 paper boxes, 12x12 paper handler, 12x12 paper taker, Lisa Buddy bag. So basically all of the things that we make, these are the pockets that are going to fit in there. And then they're going to hold everything that you need to organize. So whether you're using them for scraps in different sizes, or if you have these big sets of stamps that come with the crafting magazines, right? That these are A4 size, not 8.5x11. Those 8.5x11 landscape pockets also fit A4. So they're long enough for A4, wide enough for 8.5x11. So things like this are going to fit in there along with A4 paper. Of course, they're perfect for all kinds of stencils. So whether you've got the thicker stencils, 6x6, 8x8, or 12x12, you're going to find that stencils fit in there perfectly. If you've been hanging out with me for any length of time, you know I always recommend that you put a sheet of paper between your stencils, and that makes it easy to pull the stencils in and out without your stencils getting hung up on each other as you're putting them in and out. So that's a great way to put multiple stencils in a pocket as well. But all kinds of embellishments. Of course, 4x6 and 5x7 work for photos. So if you're organizing photos by layouts, or you're kind of coming up with a plan, so these are all the photos this is from a trip that we took from each section that I wanted to do in my scrapbook. They're all organized and ready to go right there in those pockets. So again, whether it's 4x6 or 5x7 photos that you like to work with, those 4x6 and 5x7 pockets are going to fit perfectly. So the Pocket Palooza is kind of a basic storage thing. If you're already using pockets, you know that you always need a few more. So this is a great time to pick up that extra bundle of the Pocket Palooza. And I know Colleen is going to try and put up some links to the HSN stuff, either in the feed or on the Facebook page today. Patty Selena says, need more paper handlers after my paper reorganized. Love the products. Paper handlers, we are out of them, but they may have them on HSN. And I'm almost positive that scrapbook.com has a 12x12 paper handler, as does Stephanie Bernard on the Stamps of Life website. So check those two places. Carmen Raditz says, is it better to store the tape rolls like that, flat or standing up? Boy, I don't know. I always store mine standing up because it's easy to pull them out of the container by size, right? So mine kind of goes smallest to largest. So I've never had any problem with them standing up, and you know me, I try to go vertical with everything I possibly can. So I've never actually tried them stacked up. Now, I will tell you that the red liner tape, if you're using red liner tape, is sticky on both sides. So I can get it out of my pocket here. See, it's sticky. No matter what you set it on, it's going to be sticky. So with red liner tape, I use our small die stamp and stencil pockets to store my red liner tape. Usually I write the width of it. This looks like it's probably 5 mil. I usually write it on there so I know how thick it is. But this is definitely a great way to store rolls of tape that are sticky, because red liner sticks to everything when you, if you don't have it protected with something. So definitely use that with your red liner tape. Darlene Garrick says, wish I bought the third paper cart so I could take one with me to crops and leave full ones at the house. I think that HSN has a few paper carts. Check their website today. It seems like when I was scrolling through there to kind of see what I was going to talk about today, that I saw paper carts. Now, they may have already sold. I know it's been very busy.
Right now.
Oh, Susie's on it. She's checking.
Tiffany paper cart and paper handler bundle, $99.95.
There is a paper cart, paper handler bundle on HSN, $99.95. So if you are in need of that, if you're unfamiliar with the paper cart, it is going to hold 10 paper handlers. So you get 5 with it. The reason we only put 5 with it is because a lot of people already have them, but it also is going to fit your 12 by 12 paper taker, your Lisa tote, your 12 by 12 fab file. It's going to fit paper in any size, but as big as 12 by 12. If you don't have the table on the top of the paper cart, it is also going to hold your Totally Tiffany binders, right? The plastic binders that hold spinders and stencils and all those type of things. Those are going to fit on the top if you don't have the tabletop on it as well. So they are available on the website. If you need them today, you need another one, I would definitely pick it up today. We do not have the paper cart scheduled at this time for another release. So what they have on HSN is basically what we have left in stock and available. So if you're interested in those, I would definitely check that out. Can you also look, Susie, to see if you can see the die file on there at 2 different prices? And if one of them wasn't as is, it may be gone already, but let me know what those are. Yolanda Sanchez says, can you show the Pocket Palooza? I haven't seen it. So I may have already shown that, Yolanda, and I'll do it. We'll just go through it one more time because I may have. So the Pocket Palooza is going to get you all of the sizes: 4x6, 5x7, 6x6, 8x5, 8x8, A4, 8.5 by 11, and 12 by 12. And again, you're going to use these for anything and everything. You can add the magnets to them and they become perfect die storage. They're great for stamps. They're great for scraps. They're great for stencils. I mean, they're great for everything. The 8.5 by 11 A4 is awesome just for standard office supply stuff. So it's a no-brainer. If you have never used any of our tab divider pockets, this is a great way to jump in and sort of get to test them all out. You know what else they work great for? Vinyl, storing vinyl scraps, vinyl sheets. I ordered a bunch of vinyl online and it came in 12 by 12 sheets. And so storing it is tough because if you don't store it flat, those 12 by 12 sheet, you can't just stand them up. They're not rigid enough like paper, right? So then I was able to take the pockets. Is that this one? Let me see if I've got it right here. Oh. I don't think I do. It's probably on my paper cart. I was able to use the pockets for the 12 by 12. So I just grouped them by color, and now I've got them in a paper handler. The vinyl, this 12 by 12 squares of vinyl. So it's perfect for storing that, as well as the scraps of vinyl also. Once you get them and you start using them, you will need lots of them in lots of sizes. They're literally all over my craft room. You guys have seen many of them here. As I mentioned, the 9x6 are back in stock. Those are the ones that fit in the Kirsten Buddy Bag. Those are not included in the Pocket Palooza, but those of you who are Kirsten Buddy Bag fans.
They're at 2 prices.
They are too. Does one say as is at the top or anything?
No.
I'm going to look at Susie's phone and I'm going to see if I can figure out why we've got these at 2 different prices. Oh, I think the one that's $115 might include the additional magnetic strips. Let's see here. Nope, I don't know. That is, buy the one that's $86 for, right? Let me see, let me look at that one. $86.95. It's a different picture. I'm just gonna, let's look at these. Don't know.
Does Colleen know?
I don't know. Colleen might have some insight into that, or if someone else from the Crafters Companion team is watching, maybe they could do it. But my best advice to you, buy the $86 one and save yourself $30. I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. Donna Meyer says, I couldn't believe how fast I got my order. Yay! We really have been working hard on getting those shipments to go so more quickly. So I'm glad that you got that. Okay, so what else do we have on HSN today? We have got a smoking deal on the vinyl roll storage. So the new vinyl roll organizer set comes in individual sets. Like previously, you got 6 boxes in one item, and you got 30 of the sleeves as one item, and you've got the pockets as an item. Well, now the kit has 1 tray, 6 sleeves, and a pocket, everything you need to fill that single tray. Well, today on HSN, and if you're unfamiliar, I can't believe anyone would be unfamiliar. This is it. So you get the tray, you get the pocket for your scraps, and then you get the sleeves, and that's what holds your vinyl in a round thing without tape or rubber bands or anything like that. So you get one set, you get 3 sets on HSN today for like $27.95. Now, on our website, one set is $15. So it is like getting a set free, right? I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think there's some error in pricing somewhere because that is a smoking deal. So the vinyl roll organizers that are on HSN, it's like a third off. You are getting that third one free because 2 on our website would be $30, and I think they're $27.95 for 3 sets on the HSN site. So if you need them, love them already, I would say think of this as a stock up and save sale because that is a smoking deal. Get what you need, even if you're not going to use them right away, so that you have them available when you need them. Now, obviously they work great for vinyl. You just saw that 6 to 8 rolls of vinyl, depending on how big around they are. But they also work great for all kinds of other things. And one of my favorite things, and I'm going to do a full presentation on them today on HSN, but one of my favorite things to use them for is the We Are punch boards and all the accessories that go with them. So if you use punch boards, you know they're difficult to store because they're not flat. So the vinyl roll organizer allows you, so I've got the instructions, I've got the stems for the flowers, I've got the flower maker, I've got the flower centers, all those things, and they're all right here, and I can just slide it on my shelf. It's got a nice label on the end. This is my flower maker, pull it off and on. So, and then the pockets are going to hold your scraps and that type of thing. And then the sleeves, which obviously are great for vinyl, but anything that you want to roll up. So even if you've got things like your craft mat, right? I've got that in the sleeve, just keeps it rolled up. It's easy to get to, easy to use. Well, here's another kind of weird little use for this. This is the cord for my heat tool, right? So you can rubber band your cords or you can try to wrap them around things or whatever. I just cut that tube, this sleeve to a shorter piece, and I've got my whole cord stuffed in there. And now it's all together in one nice, neat, tidy little bundle, and I want to use it. So there's another use for it. Obviously, wrapping paper, anything that you want to roll up that's going to fit in that tube is a perfect use. And you can cut them. Like I just cut that one in half with a pair of scissors. So you can spread out the uses. If you don't want to use the whole thing, even on your vinyl, you could cut it and use it for that. So the vinyl roll organizers, if you have questions about those, ask now. Colleen will get it to me. But they're a smoking deal, and they are something that you can, I mean, they hold 12 by 12 too. So like this one has 12 by 12 paper, and then of course my scrap master in there, but they'll hold the 12 by 12 pocket. This one, that I've got one here that's all loaded up with everything for, so this has my Cricut mats, cutting mats in it, 12 by 12 Cricut cutting mats. It's not the one I was trying to grab. I was trying to grab this one with the foil. So this has rolls of foil. It has the flat foil. It has my foil quill. And again, I just took that tube, cut it, I folded in the bottom into that sort of oblong shape like gift card envelopes are done. So I cut the bottom in like a half circle and then notched out the end, folded it in and taped it and made this little pocket. So now I've got my foil quill equipment protected, labeled, right with all my foil and stuff. So it's an easy way to store almost anything. And again, you're watching me just put it on the shelf, pull it off the shelf. It's quick, fast, and easy to find exactly what you need. So the vinyl roll organizer's a no-brainer for all kinds of, put this up here so you can find it later, for all kinds of crafting supplies everywhere. You're going to love them. They've been one of our best sellers for a reason. They're so multifunctional. And you know, for those of you who are with me regularly, we've got super secret slide stash and store coming out as well. And those are patterned after the vinyl roll organizer set. So we're getting that same concept of being able to slide things off and on your shelf really easily in a variety of different sizes that accommodate all kinds of different things in your craft room. Let's see. Tracy McLaughlin, what other ideas to use the project planners for? So project planners are obviously great for project planning. They're great for I travel with them, one of them in my suitcase. So as I'm collecting mementos from everywhere we've been, whether it's postcards or menus or that kind of thing, I can keep those things organized to bring them home. They're obviously work for planning pages, but they also work in your scrap rack just for storage. So you might want to use one project planner for everything that you have for St. Patrick's Day, or a variety of stuff that you have for football or whatever it is, because you can really load them up. Oh, and she may be talking about the whole binder. So this is the project planner page, and then they come in the big binders also. So if you're talking about the binder, obviously it's a great way to put everything together for a project that you're working on. And when I say project, I don't necessarily mean craft project. You might be remodeling your house or planning a wedding or planning a graduation, anything that you're working on, kind of a big project. Susie and I were just talking about the fact that she's redoing her exterior landscaping. It's a great place to put, anything you've clipped out of a magazine, any notes that you took, measurements, the plans that the landscaping company has sent to you, information about plants that you might be considering for your yard. And then you have this sort of one place for everything to collect, and it's oversized. So if you've got bigger brochures or magazines or that type of thing, everything is going to fit in there. So when we talk about project planning, not just scrapbooking, card making, that type of thing, but also sort of just life planning in general. It's also a great place just to collect things, mementos and such. So my older son, London, this is his book right here. So this is all of the things that I collected, report cards and school things, invitations, that type of stuff that I am not going to put in the scrapbook, but at some point he may want, maybe his wife, maybe his kids want to look at it. Even his graduation cap and gown are in here, along with his diploma and some stuff from doing the college search travel, that type of thing. His, school ID cards, those things. Anything like that, it's a great way to store those things. And then when your kids get old enough to take their own things out of the house, you can just say, here's all your things, kid. Go forth into the world. So a great place just to store things as well. I have a good friend, Barb, who likes to travel. She doesn't scrapbook, but she has these for each trip. So when she gets home, all of the things that she collected from the trip are in there, and then she'll print photos. And let me see, I think one of these might have a 4x6 page in it. No. And she uses the 4x6 scrap rack pages, and she just prints the photos, puts them in the scrap rack pages. They're 3-hole punched. They go right in there. So she's got her photos, almost like a photo album, I guess it is. And then all her mementos in those pockets as well. So there's a plethora of ways to use them. And I'm sure that there are people chiming in on the feed with other ways that they've used them as well, but they're super handy and you can use them for all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, let's see. Cheryl, I can't even do it, Cheryl. Cisney, no idea. Love TT, took me no time at all to make a card this week. Woo! It's amazing when you can put your hands on things quickly and easily, how much more you can do and how much fun it is. And you're more likely to do it, right? Like, we've all run to Target and picked up a card because we didn't have one ready to go. But if you could grab things quickly and put that card together, and people love handmade cards and they're far more likely to keep them. Moke, surviving the GOC and loving my new scrap rack. Woo, woo. I'm apprehensive about doing the catalog though, but I'm sure it will be worth it like everything else you've recommended doing. Here's the thing about the catalog. It gets the idea of it. Ooh, hot flash. The idea of it is overwhelming, right? And that is the biggest challenge with the catalog. So any of you that are kind of debating, like, how do I get started on this, or am I going to do it? I would really recommend starting slow, just doing one small collection of dies. We're going to do stamps later, and then we're going to do punches and everything else and incorporate them in. But remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Do it slow, do it easy, kind of ease in to the catalog. And once you start using it, and then every time you use a product, every time you use a die, like if you're using heart-shaped die, just cut an extra one and add that to your catalog, right? Number it, put it away, add it to your catalog. whatever you're doing, cut an extra one, add it to your catalog, and put a note in the catalog about where you have it stored. And pretty soon, just through using those tools, you will have started building up that catalog. So don't let it overwhelm you. It's totally worth it when you're done. You'll be able to find everything. You'll love it. Be awesome. All right. Carmen Raditz says, Tiffany, can you make 2 drawers for the suitcase that is used for the ink spots? That size would be perfect for my stencils. They just barely fit in the regular 2-drawer case, but that is too tall. Carmen, I don't know what you're talking about. Send me a picture. Post a picture, Carmen, would you, on the Facebook group? Or send a picture to customer service at totally-tiffany.com. I know ink spots fit in, and maybe, let me find my ink thing here. So if you're talking about maybe ink spots and ink dots are not the same thing. But so here are the small ink dots. This is this 8-drawer storage and supply case. Yeah, show me what you need. Show me the product you need to store and what you're currently using, and tell me why it doesn't work. Send me a picture, customer service at totally-tiffany.com, and I will address it next week for sure. I might have a solution for you. Tina Mangles, I already ordered my pockets. Woo! You can't go wrong with pockets. Oh, let me talk about, Aisha says, wondering if there are any 8x8 paper handlers coming. We don't do the paper handler in 8x8, but I will bring it up and see. I get a lot of requests for it. I'll bring it up and see. We do have the 8x8 fab file, and we do have the 8x8 paper taker as well. So both of those work with the 8x8 pockets, but I will ask about the 8x8 paper handler. We do get a ton of requests for that. Aisha says she thinks the die file is price difference because one includes magnetic strips. They both include the magnetic strips. That's kind of what I was looking at also. Aisha, just how the verbiage on the two is different, but the die file, and Susie's going to check on that again to make sure. But I think one of them says in the title of it includes magnetic strips, and the other one says in the description includes magnetic strips.
One says adhesive strips.
They're the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Adhesive magnetic strips. So, but I think one is in the name, it includes magnetic strips, and one is in the text, it includes magnetic strips. So the die file is worthless without the magnetic strips. So I hope it's not being sold without them. But that's kind of what I looked at also. I thought, oh, maybe one has 120 and then you could put magnetic strips on both sides, right? So you get 60 magnetic strips. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's this. This is the die file. This is my... Oh, this one's double-sided. I can feel that I've got dies on both sides. Oh, just one die. But so you get enough to do 6 strips on each panel, and there's 10 panels, 60. And then you can buy a second set, and that's kind of what I was looking for. Like maybe they're going to include 120 magnets so you can put them on the back side, but I didn't see that in the text either. So there might be something there that just the text of it isn't correct or something like that. I don't know. I can't put this away backwards, though. I know that for sure. I've tried to do it before. It's a mess. So I don't know. We'll keep searching it out. Yeah, so they should all be. Okay, Maureen Adams Talley says, I love how you explain the many different uses for each product you talk about. You know, one of the things for, one of the things about our product line is there are so many different ways to use them. And as crafters, we all are a little bit different, right? Our rooms are different. How we craft is different. Who we craft with, where we go, where we don't go. And so I really try to, thank you for saying that. I do try my best to explain, hey, there's so many ways that you can use these products. And it's, you know what else is really fun? When I design a product, like the vinyl roll, for example, and then I'm like, wow, this works for this or that. And then I get all this feedback from you guys. Hey, I'm using it for this. It's great for this. And I even get some really good feedback. This sounds weird. People go, didn't work for this. I tried my vinyl roll organizer to organize this, didn't work. And here's the reasons. And all of that is such great information for me, especially since we're not traveling, since I'm not doing the shows, because I used to get to see all of you guys in person at shows. At the creating keepsakes and scrapbook expos and those, and then I could get a lot of one-on-one feedback and hear your stories and what you needed, what you loved, what you didn't love, and that was really valuable. So this is the time that I kind of get that out of you guys as well as to stay live. So thank you so much for sharing everything with me. Cindy says, I'm going to order the pockets from HSN if they're still available. I'm sure they are. It's early in the day, but they were selling really fast this morning. Patricia Myers, the desktop for the die stamp and supply organizer. I don't know what happened there. I sent an email to the powers that be this morning and say, wait a minute, this was on the program. I talked about it last week. I think it's going to come up later in the month. I will try to do, I'm going to write a note here. They have it. I think there's a crafty special going on later in the month at HSN, and I just don't have enough details on it now to tell you, but I promise I will get it all out to you as soon as I know. So I'm sorry that I prepped you guys for that last week and I talked about it and then it didn't show up. I don't really know why that is. Are the sleeves for the vinyl set available alone on HSN? I don't think so, but look, my girl over here, Susie, she is just on it for tracking that stuff. We're looking for vinyl roll sleeves. So they'd be on the Totally Tiffany list. Like if you search Totally Tiffany, it'd come up in all those products, but it's just a pack of 30 sleeves. If they're not on HSN, we're working on getting them back on our website. So we'll have them individually on our website as well. Jennifer Isom says, I'm using a project planner binder for all my birthday stuff. I don't have a scrap rack. So, okay, another great use is just storing your themes in there. So you might have a project planner that's like she does, all birthday, all Christmas, all congratulations, all sports, whatever it is. So you can kind of create a library of supplies and be able to pull out whatever you want to work with by that category. So it's an excellent use also, especially even if you have a scrap rack, you may need more room on your scrap rack. And that's a great way to say, okay, I'm just going to put all of my birthday stuff in here, or all of maybe a category that you don't use that often, wedding, in one section. And then when you need it, you can pull it out and work with it right out of that binder. So thanks, Jennifer. That was a great use. Beverly Ross says, project planners, will it be available at the TSOL store, Stamps of Life store? I don't know. I'll ask Stephanie. I know she was working on bringing as much of the Totally Tiffany line into her store as she could. Some things are just too big for them to ship, and the project planner might be one of them. They really try to offer you guys that great value and keep their shipping costs under control. So some of the stuff that she'd like to bring in sends the shipping through the roof, and so that becomes a problem for all of us, right? Shipping is so unfun. It's like putting tires on your car. You don't get anything you didn't already have, right? When you pick the car back up, not fun. So Tigerberry Berry says, I have a rolling cart full of empty TT bags. I just grab and fill when I need them to take to crops. So handy, and I can fill up my lowest tote. Woo woo. Excellent idea, Tigerberry Berry. Great to keep things empty and then be able to throw things together as you're going to an event. Great idea. Sherry Shore says, my granddaughter commented on how my crafting space is clean now. I'm using paper handlers and several buddy bags. Life changer for me. The paper handler, well, and the buddy bags as well. They're simple. They're so fast and easy to work with. Eugene Barber says, Tiffany, could you make a Kirsten bag similar to a paper taker to take to crops? Well, Susie?
Yes.
Can you, on the last tote down there, past where all the new packaged goods are, on the top at the very back, there's a little black, go on the top of the tote. Oh, yes. Oh, since you asked, Eugene. So this is the Kirsten bag with the 9x6 pocket. And this is the 9x6 paper taker. So this was designed, guess for who? Guess who asked for this? You know it. Look at that. Is that what you're after? I'm sorry, how cute is that? Right? So this is a 9x6 paper taker. It is coming soon to a craft shop near you. We are doing this for Stephanie in her pink as well. So I just got that sample, so it's a little bit down the line, but definitely coming. And again, Stephanie will have it before we do. So if you're not on her mailing list and you're anxious for that product, I would say make sure that you get on the Stamps of Life website. Scrapbook.com picks up everything we make as well. So once it's available, they'll have it on their site also. Okay, so am I ready to talk about hang and hold? I'm going to talk about, I got a ton of questions here, but I'm going to talk about hang and hold because we have new stuff on the hang and hold line on HSN only. Okay, so what do we have? HSN has a combo that is this pocket configuration right here. I should have one empty. Here it is. I'm going to take this out. So this has just a big Velcro wrap, and it is going to wrap around your bar and hang on. And sorry, sorry, Susie, I should have. All right, I didn't really think about. I'll wrap it around the bar. Well, I'm not going to wrap it around the bar because I'm going to show you something else, but it wraps around the bar and hangs on. So that is 3 12x12 pockets. So obviously you can use it for things like paper, but you can see here, well, here's my 12x12 pocket palooza pocket, but here is my big stamping platform, okay? And the smaller stamping platforms. So if you want to put have these types of things handy in your workspace, hanging them over a hang and hold bar so that they are at your fingertips is a great way to do that. Now, if you buy the bundle, the hang and hold bundle, the pieces for the hang and hold bundle fill the bar or fill it they pretty much fill it. You're not gonna be able to fit this on. You can buy a second, just the bar. So if you're buying the extra accessories today, you may want to put one hang and hold on the side of your desk and one next to you on your desk, or one at either side of your workspace. So I have mine in front of my workspace so you guys can see it. But if I was actually sitting here at this table working, I would have a hang and hold here and a hang and hold here so that I could get to the things that were in the hang and hold. I just have it on the far side so that you can see what I'm hanging and holding over there. So picking up the extra bar. Now remember, the bar, these are 12 inches apart. So you only need to hang it on a 12-inch wide space, right? You can let this overhang your whatever it is, right? You can hang it out. I know you can't see that, but you could hang it out to the edge, and you can hang it on a shelf too, but make sure if you're hanging it on a shelf that the shelf is secure, right? Because you're going to add a lot of weight to it. You don't want to tip the shelf out. So keep that in mind. Whatever you're hanging it onto, it holds a lot of weight. You don't want to tip that forward. I have one, which you've all seen, hanging on the top of my cart, my rolling cart. So I've got my Cricut machine, and then I've got a hang and hold bar and all of my Cricut supplies in that hang and hold on the cart. You're going to see that in the presentation tonight. That's 11 o'clock Eastern hour with Adam. So he's super fun. So the pocket comes with the paper towel holder. Oh. So this is the bundle that you get together, the pocket and the paper towel holder. And we all know, so I did need to say one thing. If you buy the super fat, big jumbo rolls of paper towels from Costco, they're too big to fit on here in their brand new shape. So you have to use a few paper towels before they fit. But you can see this is a regular size roll, and I still have some gap there. But that is going to hang right on the edge of your desk or wherever. And if you've got your other hang and hold pieces, components already on, again, hard for me to do this over the edge, you can hang the hang and hold bar on the outside edge of those as well, on the towel bar. And it will also work, of course, for washi tape or ribbon. So if you're working with something, especially if you're making Easter cards where you're using a bunch of Easter ribbon, or maybe you're wrapping Easter or Christmas packages and you want to have all your Christmas ribbon on that hang and hold. And then you're going to take the other thing that they also have on HSN that we didn't have today, which is the big bin. Well, I'm gonna slide that over. So if you're thinking, I'm going to create this wrapping station, the holidays are right around the corner. I'm going to have my toolbar, my tool basket. Sorry. So I'm going to slide this to the end, slide that to the end. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put this on here. So you've got room for your tape dispenser, your marker, your pen, whatever you need. Maybe you're going to hang the cup holder one on this outside bar. Maybe, so the cup holder, I've got tools in there. And, oh, you know what I don't have though? Oh, Susie, you tall girl. There's some wrapping paper on the top shelf all the way at the end. You can see it kind of sticking up. So one of the things, yeah, it's in one of those bins. Oh, it's too tall for Susie. So think about, well, here, we'll just pretend this is a roll of wrapping paper. If it was taller, right? Think about that it's taller. Well, it also works for this, but you've got 2, 3, 4 rolls of wrapping paper, your scissors, your tags, your markers, ribbon, all of that. And you just attach it to your dining room table or wherever you're wrapping. And you've created this wrapping station with everything that you need. But the beautiful thing about it is you're not burying your scissors, your marker, your tags, your ribbon, right? It's just right there. You're able to pull off the ribbon that you need, grab the tags, whatever. So the hang and hold, I guess I get a little bit of my head of myself. The basic hang and hold kit is going to give you the hang and hold bar. It is going to give you the storage bin. So this has 2 removable sections in it to divide it up. You can take them out or leave them there. It's going to include your tool bucket. The tool bucket also has 2 removable sections, so you can divide that up. And it is going to include your basic bin, which is this guy right here. Now that is going to hold, again, anything like 8.5 by 11, 8 by 8, that type of thing in that as well. So if you're thinking about this for organizing your Gemini supplies, this is definitely going to fit your Gemini cutting platforms, right? Scissors, tools, pokey tools, all of those things are going to fit in any of the different components as you arrange them to perfectly fit your workspace. But with the holiday season coming, this is a perfect solution for turning your dining room table or your crafting table or even your coffee table if you like to watch TV while you're wrapping gifts into the perfect wrapping station, right? So your long rolls of wrapping paper are going to just stick up nice and tall like this, so they're easy to grab out of that big bin. So the big bin comes with the cup holder. So when you're buying the accessories for the scrap wrap, for the hang and hold, there's, whoa, now look, I have so many things going on. Okay, this is one accessory set right here. Big bin and cup holder. That's one of the accessory bundles. The other accessory bundle is the 12 by 12 pocket with the, what a mess I'm making, with the paper towel tower. That's the second accessory bundle. The basic bundle is going to give you 4 pieces, including the bar, the supply bin, the tool bucket, and the basic bin. So I would, if you love this idea and you can really see where this is going to maximize your workspace, I would definitely pick up the extra bar and the extra bundles, and then you have everything that you need, right? You can also buy the individual components. Actually, I don't know if HSN has the individuals, but we do. We have, well, we don't have all of them. In individual components, we have the bin, we have the tool bucket, the bar, the cup holder, and the basic bin. We do not have on our website the paper towel holder, the paper pocket here, or the big bin. So those are something exclusive to HSN right now. So if you want to add those to your hang and hold, then you want to pick those up from HSN today. And again, I'm going to give a whole presentation on the hang and hold system, but I want you to think about how well it's going to work in the garage on your craft table. I actually have one.
It looks like they just have the bundles
On
HSN.
They have, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have, okay. It's just they do not have the individual items on HSN. The individuals of these you have to get on our website if you want to add additional individual pieces. But the 2 accessory bundles and the collection, the starter kit, is available on HSN. I know, again, I'm going to do a whole presentation on this in the 11 o'clock hour, which is 8 Pacific. But one of my favorite things for the hang and hold is to use it on the picnic table out in our yard, because then it gives me somewhere to put the utensils, the napkins, the paper plates, so I don't have to worry about them blowing away and they're not taking up room on the table. So they're, well, here's the other thing. This is Susie's favorite part of the hang and hold right here, right? So not the cup holder, but the tool bucket, when you remove the insides, is going to hold 1 bottle of wine. Now, if you would like to offer your guests more than 1 bottle, 1 choice, then you need to get the big bin, because the big bin will hold 2 bottles of wine completely out of the sun in your hanging on your hang and hold. So again, not just, I mean, I use this one for condiments, the storage and supply bin, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise right here, all in this bin. Everything's off the table. It's easy to get to. People aren't knocking it over, all that kind of thing. So many uses. And what I started to say was, which you can't see, but at the end of the studio over by my desk, I have a little makeup station, right? So before I'm doing HSN or this, I can put on my lipstick and fluff my hair. I have a hang and hold there with my brush, my lipstick, some hair accessories, a hand mirror, everything's right there, but it's not taking up any space on my that work surface, because I use that for something else. I just needed a little extra space for those supplies. So the hang and hold is kind of across the board, just a space maker, basically, in your workspace, in your garage, wherever it is. So, and like I said, if you have questions about it or you want to see more, I don't know what the stock looks like on HSN right now, but we will do a full presentation on the hang and hold system in the 11 o'clock, which is the 8 p.m. hour. Let's see what else I have coming up here from Debbie Erickson says, I bought the hang and hold on the first day, didn't hear about the expected delivery of that. My vid cut out. But I'm not sure what that means. Patty at Pie Production says, will those be available on the Crafter CC website? I don't know. The accessories, I'm not sure. If that's what you're asking about. I don't know. I'll check, because I know you all, if you're in the UK, you can't buy from HSN. So we'll see if I will ask, and I will try to get something posted up on social media as soon as I find out, and maybe even put them on the thing. Teresa D'Amigo says, didn't think I needed the hang and hold, rethinking it now. You know, I know that this is this sounds like a sales pitch. I mean, I guess it is a sales pitch. We sell things, but it really is a game changer of things that you can use. I mean, think about even just your kids, if you have kids or grandkids coming over, going to the dining room table to do their homework and being able to attach this to the end of the dining room table and having all their school supplies there, or just needing that little bit more extra space so that you can craft on your whole table, but you want to have all your basic supplies kind of off to the side, or you're sharing that space with somebody. For those of us who go to crops, right? Sometimes at a crop, or you take one of those classes, they give you those little skinny tables. Or even if you're at a big table, there's 2 of you at a 6-foot table and you only get 3 feet of space. So imagine bringing this with you and just clamping it onto the edge of that table. And now you've just added all that extra space to the end of the table and have still absolute accessibility. So it's so versatile, and there's so many different things that you can do with it. And it's beautifully done. The factory really did a great job. The quality of the product is I mean, it's a lifetime, something you're going to use forever. It's never going to rip, tear, break, any of that kind of stuff. It is just a great all around quality product for life. I know my husband already took one of my sample sets and he has it out in the garage where he's got the stuff that he's using to work on the motorcycle right there. And then he just hangs his other stuff back up and uses it for the next thing. So he kind of leaves it empty. And then whatever he's working on, that's kind of his place. He's like, can you give me one of those magnetic dishes that I can hook onto this to hold my screws and stuff? And I was like, no, but that is a good idea, honey, but no. Okay. Lisa Gates says, I can't wait to get the vinyl roll storage for organizing other areas around my house. Mama Disney says, the ribbon idea just sold me. It's great for that type of thing. Jennifer Isom, I need a second job for my TT addiction. Let's see. Which bag will hold vitamin bottles? Something bigger and taller than Edna. If there is a bag like that, I think Sue is a great size for vitamin bottles. Actually, Sue, where are you, my friend? Sue. So Barbara is taller. Oh, so that's Barbara empty. But you know who else might work great for vitamin bottles, depending on how many you have, is, so here's Sue. So Sue's a little taller and squarer. So vitamins, other medication bottles are going to fit well in Sue. But Irene also, because she has depending on how many you have. So Sue is bigger than Irene, but Irene has the double Velcro. So this is Irene short. And then she has two things of loop fabric. So she actually gets taller if need be. So there would be my suggestions. Maybe you have those in your collection already. You could test them out and see so that you make sure you order the correct one. But there's also a Buddy Bag cheat sheet on the Buddy Bag page at the top. You can download that. It gives you all the dimensions for the Buddy Bags. So if you want to print that out, then you'd be able to go, okay, what I have is this tall, and you can kind of scan that list and make sure that you're getting exactly what you need. We are working on cheat sheets for all of the Totally Tiffany lines so that you'll have that information handy for each of the different products. Look at my desk here. What a mess. Okay. All right.
We need to get you organized.
Yes. Sue Thompson says, can you wash the material if it gets dirty? I would say spot clean. I don't know I think it would wash fine. I'm trying to see if we put a wash tag on there. I'm gonna see washing instructions posted. I think it would wash fine. I don't think it would dry well. This fabric is really thick, and you know how sometimes when you wash a thick canvasy fabric, the wrinkles kind of dry into it when you dry it. So definitely you could hand wash or spot clean, no problem. I would wonder if it could sustain life in the dryer. So sorry, I should know that, but I'm going to find it out for you. All right, everybody, I think, let me look at my notes. Did I get everything? We talked about hang and hold and what's going on. Oh, one last back in stock thing. Woo, woo. I know some of you have been waiting, but the Kiwi Lane storage box is back in stock. So this is the Kiwi Lane storage system. This is the box just loaded with thickers, right? So this box is 13 inches long and 6.5 inches tall. So 12 by 6 things like stickers fit in there, no problem. I think I actually had one of my vinyl roll things here filled with some thickers. Now I'm going to have to track that down. Oh, it's right here. So these are the different pocket configurations this is all, sorry, it's not. Oh yeah, there's some stickers in there. So these are the different pocket configurations, and these are all Kiwi Lane templates in there, but you can see like keeping those 4x6 or those 12 by 6 stickers in there fits perfectly, but all the different pocket sizes hold all kinds of goodies. And I know these are a Totally Tiffany fan favorite because they fit in these great little boxes with the handle on them, but we have been sold out of the boxes. The boxes are back in stock. So you can search Kiwi Lane on the website. I think Colleen also has a a link that she was going to put up as we were talking today, so you could find all the Kiwi Lane organizer stuff easily. But finally, the boxes are back. I know they are a favorite among a lot of you for thicker stickers, right? Because they're big enough to hold those stickers, long enough to hold the stickers, and then the big single size pockets. When your stickers are still in their packaging, they don't need to be in a pocket. But once you take them out of the packaging to use them, the 6x12 pockets work really great because stickers are thicker and they're dimensional. So if they're not in something protective, they get hung up on each other. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to use those for my stickers, make sure that you pick up the single pocket, the 12x6 pocket, so you can protect those after you've taken them out of the manufacturer packaging, then they won't get stuck, hung up on each other. Same thing with any dimensional sticker. They're going to work better if they're in some sort of pocket after you take them out of the manufacturer packaging. Okay, I think that's all the questions for the day. Let's see. All right, so what time is it, Susie? Are we ready to choose a winner?
It's 10:15.
Oh my gosh, it's 10:15. Okay, so HSN today, going on all day. All of your favorites are there. If you've never watched an HSN Craft Day, Sarah Davies, Allie Dosdell from American Crafts is there. Beth Kingston, Anna Griffin, everybody's on today. It is a great opportunity to see new product and learn about things. You get product demos, you get to see how they work, you get to see samples of what that product will help you create. So it's just an awesome day to tune in, learn some things, see what's new in the crafting world, and get some good deals as well. So for Totally Tiffany, we've got the vinyl roll organizers. Boy, you cannot beat the price, right? It's like getting one free. Buy two, get the third one free. Even if you don't think you need them right now, buy a set, store them, because you absolutely will. I mean, you can see Christmas is right around the corner. If you've got crafty friends, they're a great gift. Pocket Palooza, no brainer. Everybody needs those. They're a basic. And then, of course, hang and hold is your big decision. Do I need it? Where am I going to use it? Where am I not going to use it, right? You can use it everywhere. So check out the hang and hold, and then look at the 2 accessory bundles. Remember, we don't have those on our website. So if you want the paper towel, ribbon holder, or the paper pocket, you can only get those right now. I'm not saying we never will. There is no plan, as far as I'm aware, to put them on our website. But right now, the only place you can get those accessories or those accessory bundles, especially the 2-bottle wine gift wrap vinyl roll holder, that is only available on HSN as well. Woo. All right, everybody. Oh, winner, chicken dinner. Bing, here it is. Okay, are you ready? Little drum roll. Our winner this week of the gift certificate, Cindy Powers Medias, if I'm saying that right, Medias. You are this week's winner from the Totally Tiffany Tuesday Live. Please reach out to prizes with an S at crafterscompanion.com. Send them all your information. Tell them you were the Tuesday winner, and they will get you hooked up with your prize. All right, everybody. Whew, I think I've said everything I need to say. I will see all of you in the 2 o'clock Pacific hour, which is the 5 p.m. Eastern hour, for a presentation on, I think we're starting with Pocket Palooza. So you can learn more about the Pocket Palooza at 2 o'clock. All right, or in the 2 o'clock hour. I don't know what time I'm on exactly. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and being with me today for Tuesday Live. I will see you next week if I don't see you on HSN this afternoon. Take care.